Hello and a very warm welcome to all. Indeed, India's special bulletin Sports Buzz with me, Deepika. And in the next 30 minutes, we will take you across all national and international sporting updates. Let's start with the top headlines. India makes clean sweep in all three formats of cricket against England at home, clinches one-day series by 2-1 as Johnny Bairstow wins Man of the Series. England lose 6 successive ODI series on Indian ground. Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan becomes second Indian pair after Sachin Tendulkar and Saurav Ganguly to score 5,000 partnership runs in ODIs. The duo achieves a milestone during the third ODI against England. In FIFA World Cup qualifiers, Spain beat Georgia by 2-1 in their World Cup qualifying match. In another match, England get ease of Albania, while France dominates Kazakhstan for first win in World Cup qualifying group. Lewis Hamilton, chasing a record 8th title, wins the Formula One season opener in Bahrain. 23 F1 race season action resumes after a 3-week break before the next Grand Prix at Imola. And in a game where the pendulum swung to and fro, men in blue held their nerve to seal a humdinger against England by 7 runs in the third and final ODI in Pune. Sam Curran played a heroic unbeaten hand of 95, but the visitors fell short by a 7-run to lose the series by 1-2. Here's more in this report.
The third and final ODI in Pune was expected to be a cracker of a contest, and it lived up to its billing. On a Super Sunday, men in blue got off to a flyer after England decided to field first, with Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan bringing up an unbeaten century stand for the opening partnership within 15 overs. Adil Rashid pulled things back through, removing both openers before Moeen Ali got the huge wicket of Virat Kohli as India lost 3 wickets in as many overs. Rishabh Pant and Hardik Pandya steadied the ship for the hosts as they put on 99 for the 5th wicket before Sam Curran dismissed Pant. Ben Stokes then bowled Pandya for 64 as once again India stalled as they looked set to launch themselves to a huge total. Cameos from Krunal Pandey and Shardul Thakur ensured their side moved well past 300. But England took the last 4 wickets for 8 runs as India were bowled out for 329. Chasing 330, England's top order failed to ignite the chase, with the tourists slipping to 95 for 4 against some skillful India pace bowling. They were kept afloat by David Malan, Liam Livingstone and Moeen Ali before Sam Curran set up the grandstand finale. England were 168 for 6 when he walked to the crease, but he showed scant regard for the match situation, striking his way to a remarkable unbeaten 95. Dropped on 22, Curran played the innings of a lifetime, almost pulling England back from the brink of a certain defeat. With only the tail for company, he set up a 50th over shootout, but could not clear the final hurdle as Natarajan prevented the 2 big hits needed for glory. England could only muster 322 for 9, handling India's 7-run victory, and with that, the series. Sports Desk, DD India.
England were beaten in a thrilling one-day series decider against India despite Sam Curran's heroic 95 not out. Chasing 330, England looked beaten at 200 for a loss of 7 in the 31st over, only for Curran to keep them afloat by adding 57 with Adil Rashid and 60 with Mark Wood. In 7 previous one-day internationals, Curran's highest score was 15. He was calculated, composed and brave in playing one of the great lower-order knocks, carrying England to the verge of a first ODI series victory in India for 36 years. Openers Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan on Sunday became only the second Indian pair to score 5,000 partnership runs in ODI cricket. Rohit and Dhawan achieved the milestone during the ongoing third ODI against England. England here at the Maharashtra Cricket Association Stadium. The first Indian pair to touch the landmark figure was of former cricketers Sachin Tendulkar and Sourav Ganguly. More in this report.
The established opening pair of Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma emulated the iconic duo of Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar in one-day international cricket after giving Team India an impressive start in the series decider on Sunday at Pune. Dhawan and Rohit took the potent bowling attack of England to the cleaners as the Indian openers recorded another 100-run stand for the first wicket in the 50-over format. Thanks to an impressive 103-run stand in the third and final ODI at Pune, both Dhawan and Rohit Sharma have joined the legendary opening pair of Tendulkar and Ganguly by completing 5,000 runs together in ODI cricket. The duo is the second Indian opening pair to cross the 5,000-run mark in the 50-over format, while Ganguly and Tendulkar hold the top spot after scoring 8,227 runs in 176 innings. The Indian duo is followed by the Sri Lankan pair of Mahela Jayawardene, Kumar Sangakkara with 5,992 runs. Having said that, let's take a quick look at the highest partnership runs in the history of ODI cricket. Batting pairs: Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar; Mahela Jayawardene, Kumar Sangakkara; Dilshan Kumar Sangakkara; Marwan Atapattu, Sanath Jayasuriya; Adam Gilchrist, Matthew Hayden; Gordon Greenridge, Desmond Haynes; Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma. Rohit and Dhawan provided India with a brilliant start in the series decider, with India touching the 100-run mark in just 14 overs. In the process, Dhawan completed his half-century. Adil Rashid broke the partnership between the two in the 15th over when he dismissed Rohit. However, Dhawan missed out on becoming the second fastest Indian batsman to complete 6,000 ODI runs after skipper Virat Kohli. Dhawan has amassed 5,977 runs in 142 ODIs for Team India. Sports Desk, DD India.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi praised captain of the Indian women's team Mithali Raj for scoring 10,000 runs in international cricket. In his 75th Mann Ki Baat program, the Prime Minister said the story of Mithali Raj's perseverance and success is an inspiration not just for women cricketers but for men cricketers too.
The established opening pair of Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma emulated the iconic duo of Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar in one-day international cricket after giving Team India an impressive start in the series decider on Sunday at Pune. Dhawan and Rohit took the potent bowling attack of England to the cleaners as the Indian openers.
And Mithali Raj took to Twitter to thank Prime Minister Narendra Modi for acknowledging her achievements in his latest Mann Ki Baat episode. She said that it was a very big honor for her. She wrote, "Acknowledgements of milestones achieved in my career from our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji is a very big honor for me." And in football, in FIFA World Cup qualifier, Spain strikes Danny almost snatched a 2-1 win away to Georgia in their World Cup qualifier on Sunday with a stoppage time strike from outside the area to kick-start his side's effort to qualify for Qatar 2022 after a sluggish start. Georgia, ranked 89th in the world, 83 places below Spain, thrilled the 15,000 fans in the Boris Paichatse Dynamo Arena when 20-year-old winger Kwiatkowska Kvaratskhelia fired them ahead 2 minutes before half-time after they coasted past the defence. Spain were on course for their first defeat in a World Cup qualifier in 28 years until Ferran Torres levelled in the 56th, sliding in to send a Jordi Alba cross into the off the net after Alvaro Morata had failed to connect with the ball. Luis Enrique's side pressed for a winner right until the end and finally found one when Olmo let fly from long range, and although goalkeeper Jorge Loria got a hand to the shot, it dropped just under the crossbar and into the net. And Hurricanes' outstanding header helped England beat Albania 2-0 to continue their 100% winning start to the World Cup 2022 qualifying campaign. Gareth Southgate's South had been tepid before Kane produced a rare moment of quality to direct Luke Shaw's cross into the far corner of the net. Kane hit the bar from close range before Etheridge Barisha denied Phil Foden by pushing his shot onto the post. Mason Mount doubled the lead with a composed finish after a pass by Kane. And Ousmane Dembele inspired France to a 2-0 victory over Kazakhstan in their second World Cup qualifier to mark a successful return to the world champions team. 4 days after being held 1-1 by Ukraine at the Stade de France, the French built their win in the first half with Serge Mali's own goal adding to Dembele's opener before Kylian Mbappe missed a second half penalty. France moved top of Group D with 4 points ahead of Bosnia, who they face away on Wednesday, Ukraine and Finland. Denmark recorded their biggest ever World Cup qualifying win with an impressive demolition job on Moldova. Despite making several changes to the team that cruised to victory in Israel, the Danes were slick and effective from the opening whistle, racing into a 5-0 lead by half-time. Mikkel Damsgaard opened his international account with a brace on his first competitive start, and Kasper Dolberg also bagged a double. Jens Stryger Larsen, Matthias Jensen, Robert Skov and Marcus Invoxton were the other players on target as the Danes stretched to 11 matches, their unbeaten run in World Cup qualifiers. And in racing, Lewis Hamilton's quest for an 8th world title gets off to the perfect start, held off Max Verstappen's late charge to win a scintillating Bahrain Grand Prix in fabulous style. Verstappen actually took the lead from Hamilton with 4 laps to go, but handed the position back because he had overtaken by running off the track. The move cost the Red Bull driver the victory. Verstappen never quite got close enough again to challenge Hamilton. It was a remarkable climax to a tense and thrilling strategic battle that bodes well for an epic season between the two men. Mercedes' Valtteri Bottas finished third. Openers Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan on Sunday became only the second Indian pair to score 5,000 partnership runs in ODI cricket. Rohit and Dhawan achieved the milestone during the ongoing third ODI against England here at the Maharashtra Cricket Association Stadium. The first Indian pair to touch the landmark figure was a former cricketer Sachin Tendulkar and Sourav Ganguly. More in this report.
The established opening pair of Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma emulated the iconic duo of Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar in one-day international cricket after giving Team India an impressive start in the series decider on Sunday at Pune. Dhawan and Rohit took the potent bowling attack of England to the cleaners as the Indian openers recorded another 100-run stand for the first wicket in the 50-over format. Thanks to an impressive 103-run stand in the third and final ODI at Pune, both Dhawan and Rohit Sharma have joined the legendary opening pair of Tendulkar and Ganguly by completing 5,000 runs together in ODI cricket. The duo is the second Indian opening pair to cross the 5,000-run mark in the 50-over format. While Ganguly and Tendulkar hold the top spot after scoring 8,227 runs in 176 innings, the Indian duo is followed by the Sri Lankan pair of Mahela Jayawardene, Kumar Sangakkara with 5,992 runs. Having said that, let's take a quick look at the highest partnership runs in the history of ODI cricket. Batting pairs: Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar; Mahela Jayawardene, Kumar Sangakkara; Dilshan Kumar Sangakkara; Marwan Atapattu, Sanath Jayasuriya; Adam Gilchrist, Matthew Hayden; Gordon Greenridge, Desmond Hines; Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma; Rohit and Dhawan provided India with a brilliant start in the series decider, with India touching the 100-run mark in just 14 overs. In the process, Dhawan completed his half-century. Adil Rashid broke the partnership between the two in the 15th over when he dismissed Rohit. However, Dhawan missed out on becoming the second fastest Indian batsman to complete 6,000 ODI runs after skipper Virat Kohli. Dhawan has amassed 5,977 runs and 142 ODIs for Team India. Sports Desk, DD India.
And coming on to Tokyo Olympics, the organizers of Tokyo 2020 have said that international athletes could be invited to participate in test events before the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games this summer. The events will be a dress rehearsal in how to prevent the spread of COVID-19 as organizers gear up to host a global sports event during a global pandemic. Tokyo 2020 Deputy Chief Executive Officer Yasuo Mori told at a news conference that we are checking on how many foreign athletes want to take part and their interest from their respective countries.
陸上競技、マラソン、これらについて、観客を入れて、また海外の選手も招聘をして、さまざまな総合的なコロナの対策も、こちらの方でテストをしていくということで考えております。規模等はですね、まさに今どのぐらいの希望の選手がいて、選手、国がどういう意向かというのを調整中で、その数字をもって政府と調整をするという形になると思います。
And test events for 5 competitions including track and field and the marathon could involve foreign athletes participating, the organizers said. Tokyo 2020 is planning 18 test events before the games begin on July 23rd. The Olympic torch relay started last week, but bystanders asked to stay masked, stand apart and clap instead of cheering for torch bearers as organizers try to ease public with safety concerns and norms.
当然のことながらですね、その時その時でやる一つのイベントでありますので、その全国的な状況とか、あるいはその地元自治体がどういう状況でどういうご判断をされるのか、そういったものともう表裏だと思っています。それはまさに今走っている聖火リレーと同じだと思っています。
And in shooting, the Indian trio of Kain and Chennai, Prithviraj Todeman and Lakshya Sharon won a gold medal in the men's team event at the ISSF Shooting World Cup in New Delhi. The Indian team defeated Slovakia by 6-4 to clinch the top honours. India currently tops the medal charts and has won 30 medals in the tournament, including 15 gold, 7 silver and 6 bronze medals. Earlier, the Indian team of Rajeshwari Kumari, Manisha Keer and Shreyasi Singh bagged a gold medal in the women's trap team. Prior to that, India won a silver medal in the men's 25-meter rapid-fire pistol team event. The Indian team of Gurpreet Singh, Vijayveer Sidhu and Adarsh Singh were beaten by the USA in the finals. And Hungarian sports shooter Peter Sidi is all ready to clinch Olympic medal at Tokyo Olympics 2020. Peter has been world champion in the 50-meter rifle 3 positions as well as winning silver medals in the 300-meter rifle prawn and the men's 10-meter air rifle. He's also won bronze medals in the 50-meter rifle 3 positions and the 50-meter rifle prawn team event. He has competed at 5 Olympic Games.
We have a Hungarian shooter, Sidi Peter, with us. Sidi, how's this competition a benefit for you, and are you enjoying this competition?
Yes, I always like to come here for the Indian World Cup. It's one of the best World Cup because the Indian team is so strong, and we like to competing against the strongest shooters as possible because it's hard for us also.
You also qualify for the Olympics, so are you in a same mode to your how's your preparation, and what about your chances for this Olympics?
In this pandemic, it's not easy to preparation for the Olympics. This situation is new for everybody, much harder than before. And after 1.5 year break, this ISSF World Cup was the first big international event for us. So we tried to go back for the good way to prepare in the same like in the last few Olympics. It will be my 6th Olympic events, and I'm still ready to shoot my best. And I'm the world record holder in the air rifle event, but I tried to shoot also in very nice scores in 50-meter event.
Which competitor do you think that they will compete or they will give a bigger task, they have a big opportunity against you?
I think the air rifle event is the best chance for me because my special event is the standing position. I always shoot very high score in standing, and in 50-meter it's always a little bit tricky because of the conditions, windy conditions, or the weather can change and mixing the table.
Time is very less for this Olympics, so do you have more competition before Olympics, and how is your chances?
Hopefully we'll be there. A lot of competitions in Europe. The European Championship delayed and will be end of May. So we try to shoot European Championship 50 and 10-meter event in Croatia. So it will be my last big preparation event before the Olympics, and hopefully I will catch my best form and prepare for the Olympics and shoot nice in there.
Here you are wearing this brand which belongs to India, the Kapapi brand. Is this brand helpful for you, and what are the results from this brand?
It's no question about that. It is the world best equipment in shooting sport. As you see in the finals, 99% of the finalists top shooter using Kapapi. No question, this is the best.
So the Indian brand, maximum time people are wearing from the other brand, other countries. So how you feel this Indian brand is benefit for you?
Benefit, the quality of the product is much higher than any other equipment before. So this is why all the shooters changing to Kapapi who need a new equipment. I'm sure, 100% sure they will change for Kapapi in the future.
Thank you so much. He's more confident about his game, and Olympic is very near, so he's also eager about to win the gold medal in the Olympic podium. Camera Smurti Ranjan, this is Mukesh Shukla, DD News Day.
And Billy Horschel beat his fellow American Scotty Scheffler 2-1 to win the WGC match play title in Austin, Texas. Scheffler won the second hole, but Horschel chipped in to win the fifth and was 2 ahead by the 9th. An increasingly scrappy match saw 8 holes on the back, 9 half with Horschel pairing the 17th to win. Europe Ryder Cup hopeful Victor Perez, beaten by Horschel in the semi-finals, was defeated 2-1 by Matt Kuchar in the match to decide who finishes third. American Kuchar, winner of this event in 2013 and runner-up in 2019, won 4 holes out of 5 from the 8th to go 4 up, but Perez hit back to win the next 2 with birdies. However, the match ended with the 17th when Perez was unable to hold a 25-foot birdie put after Kuchar was in for par. Neil Robertson claimed the Tour Championship with a 10-4 win as Ronnie O'Sullivan suffered his 5th ranking final defeat of the season. The Australian hit 5 century breaks in the final and won 6 consecutive frames in Sunday's evening session. It was a 20th ranking title triumph for the UK Championship winner. O'Sullivan had also been beaten in the Northern Ireland Open, Scottish Open, Welsh Open and Players' Championship finals. Robertson now hopes he can regain the world title he won 11 years ago and will start as one of the favourites at the Crucible next month. And let's take a quick look at the headlines. India makes clean sweep in all 3 formats of cricket against England at home, clinches one-day series by 2-1 as Johnny Bairstow wins man of the series. England loses 6 consecutive ODI series on Indian grounds. Rohit Sharma Shikhar Dhawan becomes second Indian pair after Sachin Tendulkar Saurav Ganguly to score 5,000 partnership runs in ODIs. The duo achieved the milestone during the third ODI against England. In FIFA World Cup qualifiers, Spain beat Georgia by 2-1 in their World Cup qualifying match. In another match, England get ease of Albania while France dominates Kazakhstan for first win in World Cup qualifying group. Lewis Hamilton, chasing a record 8th title, wins the Formula One season opener in Bahrain. 23-race F1 season action resumes after the 3-week break before the next Grand Prix at Imola. And with this, it's a wrap for this edition of Sports Buzz. And with this, wishing all viewers a very happy and a safe Holi. Remember to wear your mask, sanitize your hands and celebrate the Festival of Colours with super sporting spirit. Thank you so much for watching.